Everyday Superpower, the place where you learn about body language, human dynamics, relationships, game, and everything in between. Two links down in the description of this video. One of them will lead you to the catalogue of body language, where you'll join me in the A to Z of learning how to read the minds of everybody around you, on the television, here, there, and everywhere, purely through assessing, observing, and correctly applying an understanding of subconscious behavior and characteristics that manifest through 100% of the population. Second to that, a link to the Patreon, where you will join me in watching real people date on their first time. We will assess attraction cues, repulsion cues, and I will show you how to internalize the information you are given to apply into the real world. You'll become Casanova. It's the real game. Come on. Today we're going to talk about living a hard life and going out of your way to live a hard life. Going out of your way to find, create, surpass obstacles. Right? I'm in a position, fortunate enough, disregarding my background, to be around privileged people. And the people whom are privileged don't have life experience. The people who came before them may be more so, but given they've been given something and don't have to rely on their own ingenuity, rely on their own creativity, rely on their own entrepreneurship, rely on their own work ethic, rely on their own intelligence, rely on their own games, street smarts, and everything else, they become mere shells of the individuals whom have had to create something out of nothing. When you give away everything you have to find a way of making things work. And when you give away the material possessions to which you have, you realize that everything you ever have had has already existed within you. Yeah? Create hard times. You don't have to give away everything you've got, everything you've created, everything you've owned, everything you possess. Who would want to do that, right? Only the minute few who are willing to do so, who are willing to create something. But if you're not wanting to do so, you have to find a way to create hard times, because those who live easy lives, easy lifestyles aren't respectable people, let's be fair. Oh, well, you tell us somebody with something is going to attract, whereas somebody with nothing isn't. Within reason. For somebody to have material possession, they may be more likely to garner the attention of the materialistic, which a lot of women are, and initially have a broader spectrum of the mating pool in comparison to the person who has nothing. But that man which has got nothing and has managed to attain the same possession as to the person who was born with it, they have depth of character, they have know-how, they have understanding, they have such advantageous facets and quality of character that goes without conceptualizing. That man is gonna go and speak to that woman, and just through engagement, through life experience, is going to be able to say 5 words in a manner as to which the person who was born with it cannot fathom. One's a child compared to the man. What do we talk about when it comes to the red pill? Oh, the man has to provide, the man has to have this, that, and the third. Well, the man also has to have the capabilities to do so. The man also has to have the protocol arranged to get back what was lost, given that was the circumstance. The man also has to be self made. How much can me, let alone a woman, respect a man who has just lived a life in the footsteps of another man? It's sickening, it's disgusting, it's. I can't respect that as a man. What do you mean you've done nothing? What do you mean you've done nothing? You've done nothing. People look down on the aristocracy. You've got nothing to offer but a bloodline. People like an underdog story. If you've come from somebody else's wealth and ambition, you're only going to continue coming from somebody else. Whereas the next person who was created where they have created and got to where they have got to via what they have created, the only way is up. Whereas you're limited to that glass ceiling. You're never going to be the boss. You're always going to be an employee. Whereas the boss of the independent, slowly and surely establishing business that is making £5 a week, but made £4 the last week and £3 the last week. We're establishing momentum, we're moving, we're learning, we're creating. The numerics are adding up, we are creating benefit. The woman might not like us now. Well, what have we got to prove? We can't pay her bills, we can't take her out for nice meals, we can't do anything. But what we can do is have sense of self and self-belief and understanding and do the maths and recognise the patterns that apply in our lives years on down the line. Because we have established something, we have created something, we have used this and manifested it into the real world. We've not sat there on an idea, oh, wouldn't this be a good idea? Oh yes, isn't this good? I'm sitting around with the gift I've been given. You've been given it, you've not gone and got it. People call people go-getters. Go-getters are attractive. You go and get it. You go and get what is necessary. My child needs food, needs looking after. Go and get it. Hunter and gatherer. We need food, go get it. We need gathering, go get it. Oh no, well, it'll be provided. It'll be provided to me. Leave that for the women. If they want to live that way, if they want to be given a gift, you as a man need a story to tell. You need to be somebody. If not, you're nobody. You can't fulfill a big man's shoes by pursuing the same thing they have done. You need to establish your own lane. You need to create your own, and you need to move on forwards. What else have we got? I'm trying to find what I've noted in regards to this. So, whatever. But through making your own, you will experience the downsides. And as they say, the pressure creates a diamond, right? So, if you work and exhaust and burn out and experience the peripherals and the boundaries of you as a person, you will not only become more attractive to others, but you will have a more fulfilling, esoteric-esque like understanding of oneself, of one's spirit, of one's capabilities. And once you understand that, you can push them boundaries. Right, well, I was in the gym and I did 7 reps of this much weight. That's the boundaries to which I need to fulfill and surpass and move onwards. And what happens when you manage to do that? You grow bigger muscles and you get stronger. You become more efficient, you become more effective, you become more attractive, right? But when you have a spotter there and you did that 7 reps because the hands of a bigger man was helping them up in the air each and every rep, not only do you not receive any benefit, but the woman who is looking at you as this happen is attracted to the spotter who's got the big muscles, who is showing you the ropes, who is leading the way. This is why you need to break the cycle as to what's been created. They talk on generational cycles, generational trauma, generational curses. Sometimes that generational curse is a benefit to the grand scheme of people, to the generalized population, but to you it can be a detriment, because as far as the human dynamic is concerned, you are not the person they are, and you will always be in their shadow. And when the next person comes and speaks to you, the woman you find ever so endearing and attractive, she's going to see you in the shadow of this Goliath that stands above and beyond you, which is the real prize. I love you for who they are. And if I can get to them, I would rather them than you. Does that not make sense? The woman does not want the subordinate. The woman wants the boss. The woman does not want the boss. The woman wants the CEO. The woman does not want the CEO. The woman wants the sponsor. The woman does not want the sponsor. The woman wants the banking organization that creates the sponsor. The woman does not want that. She wants the above and beyond until she reaches God. The universe, the infinite. Can you be that person? And if you cannot be that person, you must chase the idea that you can, until you become everything anybody has ever wanted on planet Earth. You've been given gifts, you've been given benefits, you've been given priorities, you've been given privilege. No matter who you are, no matter who you are, acknowledge that and chuck it to one side and disconnect with that and say, I am nothing, I am from the ground from here on. I am rooted. And I'm going to strive to grow from this limited and uncomfortable position. When you experience discomfort, it's horrible, but it serves a purpose because you don't want to go back there. And when you exist in discomfort, regardless of what you've achieved and what you aspire to be, the only way is up, because you will continue growing. When you get better, when you become more efficient, when you become everything you've ever wanted, throw it all away. You still are you. But you need to reattain that comfort you once had, because now it's gone. And you've become accustomed. And on that note, I'm signing out. If that was some game, click like and subscribe. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.